Good morning, my fellow viewers. Welcome to another edition of this program. Welcome to Abntv Review Newspaper. Today here with me I have the Tribune newspaper. And the front page of the Tribune, we have the Supreme Court slams appeal courts. OK's 8 governs elections victories. Tinubu suspends social investment program. President approves 683 billion for facilities, police and college. Atoms 2027 endorsements of Tinubu device G5 governance. Jubilation in Plateau, Kano, other states. Judgment victory for Democracy People's Will PDP. We welcome court's decision on Kano, Sabara, Plateau, others APC. Nigeria speaks on BBC documentaries. Now the full details. The Supreme Court slams appeal court. OK's 8 governors' elections victories. The Supreme Court sharply disagreed with the appeal court on Friday that it upheld the elections of governors of Plateau, Kano, Safara, Lagos, Bauchi, Abia, Cross River, and Ebonyi states. On the Kano governorship, the Supreme Court said the appeal court grossly erred, turning the law and justice upside down in its decision sacking Governor Kabi Ashar Yusuf. A similar opinion was expressed on the Plateau State appeal. The Supreme Court judgment sends people into jubilation in Jos, Kano, Lagos, and Bauchi cities, as well as the capitals and major towns of the remaining 4 states on Friday. Supreme Court slams appeal court OK's 8 governors' elections victories. The full details of this story is on page 3 of the Nigeria Tribune. Atom endorsements of Tinubu for 2027 device G5 governors. Atom's endorsements of Tinubu for 2027 device G5 governors. The recent announcement by the immediate past governors of Benue State, Samuel Atoms, declined that he and the other 4 members of the group of the 5 PDP governors who backed President Bola Tinubu election in 2023 will support his re-election in 2027 is causing unease among them. Atom said last Sunday at a luncheon hosted by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, OSUN Wike, in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, that the group had decided to back Tinubu for another term after the president won. Atom declared at the event our leader OSUN Wike has already made a declaration that in 2027 we are supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Atom endorsement of Tinubu for 2027 device G5 governors. The full details of this story is on page 4 of the Nigeria Tribune. Another story in the Nigeria Tribune here with me. Tinubu approved 683 billion for intervention in facilities, police, and college. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the sum of 683 billion as the 2024 intervention fund for disbursements to beneficiary public tertiary education institutions in the country. Executive Secretary of Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TET Fund, Mr. Sonny Akono, who made this known on Friday in Abuja during TET Fund strategy planning meeting with head of the beneficiary institution, noted the allocation was highest ever to be disbursed to beneficiary institutions since inception of the body. Akono explained that the form of the total 90.75% was budgeted for direct disbursement and 8.94% for some designated special projects. A stabilization of 2.27% is allowed to enable TET Fund response to emerging issues. Tinubu approved 683 billion for intervention in facilities, poly, college. The full details of this story is on page 6 of the Nigeria Tribune. Here with me is another story here in Nigeria Tribune. UNILAG graduates 345 first-class honors Falola Jada with doctorate degrees. University of Lagos UNILAG Akoka has produced a new set of first-class graduates, totaling 340 across various disciplines. They are part of a total of 10,478 undergraduates who will be convocating as the University 55th convocation ceremony slated for next week. Similarly, a total of 686 students in postgraduate studies, including 31 international students in master's program, will be graduating at the event, with 337 of them going home with distinction. The university will also confirm for their exemplary contribution to their profession and humanity, and in honorary doctorate degrees on 3 elements: professor, namely Toyin Falala Jacob and Prosis Asori Jega, former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. The Vice Chancellor of UNIGA, Professor Folashade Ogunsola, made this disclosed at the University 55th pre-convocation press conference held on campus with all the 3 deputy vice chancellors and other top management offers in attendance. UNILA graduates 340 first-class honors Falala Jaga with decorate degrees. The full details of this story is on page 10 of the Nigeria Tribune. Another story here with me is Nigeria Tribune. OSUN monarch pledges to work with police to promote peace in Obaile Averos. OSUN monarch pledges to work with police to promote peace in Obaile Averos. A multi-million naira divisional police headquarters constructed by sons and daughters of Obaile community in Olorunda North local council development area. OSUN State to reduce the sparks of criminal activities in the area was on Thursday commissioned by the Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Egbeton. The commission of the project saw the monarch of the town, Oba Adekunle Asamu Oyeyemi, speaking at the program held as Oba Adebisi Olayinka Way, Oriaru in the town. The royal father remarked to us, it is a significant event as an inspiration development. OSUN monarch pledges to work with police to promote peace in Obaile environments. Lastly, with me with the Nigeria Tribune newspaper. Federal government expand power generation in Kaju Commission additional 300 kW power projects. In furtherance of President Bola Tinubu renewing hope agenda to provide adequate, reliable, and quality electricity to business and households in the country, the federal government on Thursday commissioned a 3 kW power solar PV pilots project in Kaju, Niger State. While commissioning the project, the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, said the project will permanently increase power generation capacity, lower electricity costs, while also fostering enhanced collaboration between the main concessionary Mainstream Energy Solution and its Chinese partner. The federal government expand power generation in Kaju Commission additional 300 kW power projects. The full details of this story is on page 24 of the Nigeria Tribune.
African Broadcasting Network. African Broadcasting Network. It's all about Africa. It's all about motherland. Celebrating rich cultural heritage. ABN, we bring the best. African, it's Africa. Broadcasting Network. Broadcasting Network. African Broadcasting Network. Oh, entertainment, education. African Broadcasting Network. Oh yeah, oh, information, cultural value. ABN, celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.
Okay, welcome back. This is another edition of this program. Here with me is another Punch newspaper for today. And the front page, the headlines of the story. The governorship polls. Governors whose challengers after scores information as supporters celebrate. This is another problem. Governorship polls, governors whose challengers after scores information as supporters celebrate. Edu's return up to as Tinubu suspend cash transfer and power orders. Edu's return to as Tinubu suspend cash transfer and power orders. Nothing will change our loyalty to TB Joshua. How fake professor infiltrates Nigeria facilities. How fake professor infiltrates Nigeria facilities. Sanwo-Olu Yusuf Otu Mohammed Anometak seek opinions support. Lawyers, CSOs call for urgent electoral reforms. Says court should not determine polls winners. Things fall apart as Davido's family scruples the pool. Now the food in detail in the story. How fake professors infiltrate Nigeria facilities. The thing is that the project was first published in 2019 so as to is new a report. We do not see the original report, we are seeing it for the first time and it is not a new report. It went viral because it was reposted, reaching new audience. What happened was that in 2018, the National University Commission was putting together a database of professors, and the former executive secretary of the NUC, Professor Peter Okebukola, was in charge of the process. Some people who were not professors tried to find their way into the database, and when it was subjected to verification, the list that NUC got was sent to the universities for vetting. So it was during the vetting process that some of those names you saw on the list of fake professors emerged from, and it got published. If you go to the NUC website, you will see an updated version of the list that was published in 2021 concerning the professor within the Nigeria universities system. Although it was not the NUC that released the list, of course. The NUC deny is correct because it was not the one that issued the statement, so the NUC deny is in place. How fake professor infiltrates Nigeria facility. The full details of this story is in page 2 of the Nigerian Punch. Another story here with me with the Nigerian Punch. Governorship polls. Governors watch challengers after scores affirmation as supporters celebrate. The governors of Lagos, Kano, Bauchi, Plateau, Abia, and Akwa Ibom, Cross River, and Savara states have weighed the olive branch as their challenges and asked them to join them in moving the respective states forward following the affirmation of their election by the Supreme Court on Friday. The apex court held that Babachide Sanwo-Olu, Abba Yusuf, Bala Mohammed Kalaba, governors of the respective states, thereby putting to an end the controversy surrounding the 2023 governorship poll. The Supreme Court set aside the lower court's decision seeking the Kano State Governor, Abba Yusuf. The governorship petition tribunal has set aside the victory of the Yusuf of the New Nigeria People's Party by declaring 165,000 of his votes invalid. The tribunal held that the dictated votes were from ballot paper that were neither stamped nor signed. Governorship polls, Gov was challengers after scores affirmation as supporters celebrate. The full details of this story is in page 4 of the Nigerian Punch. Here with me another story of the Nigerian Punch in Nigerian Punch. Why Ayedatiwa isn't moved into Ondo governor's house? Why Ayedatiwa hasn't moved into Ondo governor's house? 3 weeks after his swearing in as the substituting governor of the Ondo state, Lucky Ayedatiwa has been operating from his old deputy governor's office since he assumed the position of the state's governor. Saturday Punch observed that Ayedatiwa had yet to occupy the governor's office, located at the government house in Alabaka, Akure, the state's capital. Ayedatiwa, who was sworn in on December 27, 2023, shortly after the death of the late former governor Rotimi Akeredolu, was said to be gradually settling down for business of the government. In his maiden address, the new governor promised to continue from where it proceeded, stop, and also vowed to carry along all the stakeholders in his new administration. Also, after the swearing, the governor was reported to have met with President Bola Tinubu in Lagos, but later he was said to have advised him to recognize the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the state before choosing the deputy governor. While Ayedatiwa hasn't moved into Ondo governance house. The full details of this story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Punch. Here with me another story of inside the Nigerian Punch. Edu returned Dasu as Tinubu suspend cash transfer and power orders. Edu's return Dapsfu as Tinubu suspend cash transfer and power orders. The suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Bessa Adu, may not return to office investigation by Saturday, Punch revealed on Friday. Edu is being investigated by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission over an alleged 585 million scandal. President Bola Tinubu had on Sunday directed a comprehensive inquiry into the multi-million naira 585 million scandal in the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. The Special Advisor on Media and Possibility of the President, Ajuri Ngala, disclosed this in a statement that the action of the President was in line with his award commitments to uphold what he described as the highest standards of integrity and accountability. Edu's return drafts as Tinubu suspend cash transfer and power orders. The full details of this story is on page 9 of the Nigeria Tribune. Here with me in another story of the Nigeria Tribune. APC in 2027 declares PDP. It will be difficult to dislodge APC in 2027, declares PDP. The People Democratic Party has revealed that it will be difficult to dislodge the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the 2027 presidential election without a genuine coalition. PDP 2023 presidential candidate, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, had made a major proposition while hosting the National Executive Committee of the Inter-Party Advisory Council of Nigeria. The former president warned against the likelihood of the Nigeria slipping into a one-party state. He said, "We have all seen how the APC is increasingly turning Nigeria into a dictatorship of one party if we do not come to challenge what the ruling party is trying to create. Our democracy will suffer for it, and the consequences of it will affect the generation years unborn. It will be difficult to dislodge APC in 2027, declare the PDP." Here with me another story of this Nigeria Punch. Ogun tenants accused of adultery kill bus drivers. A bus driver, Philip Fanan, has been reportedly stabbed to death by a court tenant whom he accused of having an affair with his wife in the Ifo local government area of Ogun State. City Rand learns that the incident occurred on January 7 at about 6:30 p.m. at the residence of the deceased in Sabada Close, Alagbala, Ajumon. Ogun tenants accused of adultery kill bus driver. The full details of this story is in page 12 of the Nigerian Punch. Here with me in another story of this Nigerian Punch. Nothing will change our loyalty to TB Joshua. Nothing will change our loyalty to TB Joshua, the worshipper says. In the early hours of Monday, January 8th, the British Broadcasting Corporation released a 3-part documentary where former indiscipline of the founder of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, the late Prophet Temitope Balogun Joshua, popular known as TB Joshua, accused the deceased prophet of various forms of physical abuse, manipulation, and performing fake miracles. They had also accused him of allegedly raping women and ordering forced abortion in the church. Even before his death at the age of 57 in June 2021, 2 months after he was said to have suffered a stroke, the prophet had been plagued with many controversies. The former disciple in the 3-part documentary, which lasted for over 15 minutes, also accused the prophet of covering up the silly reason behind the collapse of the church guest house in 2014. Official details peg those killed in the collapse of 116, of which 84% were said to be South Africa. But despite the demanding revelation by the late clearly former disciples from different nationalities, including South Africa, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, and Nigeria, followers of the prophet seem imported by the accusation. Nothing will change our loyalty to TB Joshua. The full details of this story is in page 20 of the Nigerian Punch. Here with me in another story in the Nigerian Punch. How traffickers sold Bauchi aborted children to Kano buyers. Ahead of preparation for the Christmas and New Year celebration, Muata said a 30-year-old electrician bade his children farewell and left his home for his business on December 8, 2023. Although the rush among residents to stock up their homes with items needed for the festival usually did not begin with until the week before Christmas. He was optimistic after making brief sale that day. The father of the three told her to search for her daughter in the compound, as she could be around the neighborhood or may have entered any of their neighbors' houses to play. After some time, he called again to find out whether she had been found, but the confirmation of his daughter's disappearance left him bedone in a state of confusion. He immediately left his shop and rushed back home, wishing that his wife and other children were playing a prank on him, and that Soya would rush out to him and welcome him. How traffickers sold Bauchi abducted children to Kano buyers. So lastly, in Nigerian Punch paper, group petition IG over failure to enforce court order. Group petition IG over failure to enforce court order. A woman rights organization council for affirmative action has demanded for the immediate resignation of the Commissioner of Police in Bauchi State, CP Aru Mohammed, over the failure to enforce a court judgment of a case involving over 300 hectares of land. This was contained in a petition written by the Executive Director Council for Affirmative Action Mbani, which was addressed to the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetekun, through the Commissioner of Police, Bauchi State. The petition, with reference number dated January 8, 2024, was titled Demand for the Immediate Resignation of CP Auru Musa Mohammed, Commissioner of Police, Bauchi State Police Command. Due to his failure to respond to a petition and enforce a court judgment, Eliasa said in his petition that the Commissioner of Police failed to appropriately respond to a petition dated December 28, 2023, submitted to his office by OG Bauchi, which allegedly criminal conspiracy, intimidation, threatening to life, usurpation of court powers, forceful taking over and selling of family lands in Kaushiti and Kwari village, Bauchi Metropolis, Bauchi State. The group petitioned IG over failure to enforce court order. So that's what we have for you in the Nigerian Tribune Punch.